The deception in the house of God. Joy had always been a devoted Christian. She grew up in a in Christian home where her mother always told her, "My daughter, not every place that calls itself a church is truly a house of God. Test the spirits before you believe." But now, as an adult facing the harsh realities of life, Joy found herself desperate for a breakthrough. She had lost her job 6 months ago, her rent was due, and no doors seemed to be opening. One evening, she met an old friend, Sarah, who told her about a powerful church in town. "Joy, you have to visit my church. The man of God sees deep mysteries. People receive instant miracles. The barren conceive, jobless people get jobs overnight, and the sick are healed. If you need a breakthrough, this is the place to be." Sarah's words ignited hope in Joy's heart. Could this be the answer to her prayers? A church like no other. Sunday morning, Joy arrived at the church. The building was magnificent, tall golden doors, polished floors, and expensive decor. The ushers, dressed in designer suits, greeted her warmly and led her to a VIP seat. From the moment the choir began singing, she could feel something unusual. The music was intense, the lights flashed dramatically, and the atmosphere felt heavy. Then, the pastor entered. He was a tall man in a pure white suit, holding a golden staff. The entire congregation erupted in loud cheers as he walked onto the stage. "People of God," he declared, "today is the day of your deliverance. Today, strongholds will be broken. But before we begin, let us honor God with our offerings. The bigger the sacrifice, the greater the breakthrough." People rushed to the front, throwing large sums of money into a golden basket. Joy hesitated. She had little left, but she wanted her breakthrough. She took out the last money in her wallet and placed it in the basket. As she sat down, she noticed something odd: the people who gave larger amounts were led to special seats closer to the altar. She brushed the thought aside, eager for the word. The prophetic spectacle time. The pastor lifted his hands, and suddenly, people began falling to the ground, screaming and shaking. He walked through the crowd, pointing at different individuals. "You, brother in the blue shirt, you have been struggling for years. There is a generational curse in your family." The man fell to his knees, crying. "You, sister in the red dress, your business is under spiritual attack. Sow a seed of $1,000, and in 7 days, you will testify." The woman rushed to the altar, waving her credit card. Then, the pastor's eyes landed on Joy. "You, my daughter in the blue dress. The Lord is showing me that you have been struggling financially. Enemies have gathered against you." Joy gasped. How did he know? "If you sow a seed of $500 today, your story will change overnight." Joy's heart pounded. She had nothing left. She hesitated, but the pastor's voice grew firmer. "Delay is dangerous. Your destiny is waiting." People around her whispered, "Don't miss your blessing." Shaking, Joy wrote a check for the little she had left. The pastor smiled and placed his hand on her head. "It is done," he declared. Joy fell to the ground, feeling a surge of emotions. She was sure her breakthrough had come. Days passed. Then weeks. Nothing changed. Joy was still jobless, still struggling. She returned to the church the next Sunday, hoping to speak with the pastor. But the moment she entered, she noticed something strange. The people who had given large sums last week were now sitting in the front, while those who gave little sat at the back. The sermon was the same: sow a seed, receive a miracle. As Joy left the service, she overheard 2 ushers whispering. "Pastor needs at least $100,000 this month for his new mansion. He's planning another emergency breakthrough service next Sunday. That's why he focuses on the rich ones first. The bigger the seed, the bigger the prophecy." Joy's heart pounded. Was it all staged? She started investigating. She met an ex-member of the church, Mrs. Daniels, who had left years ago. "My dear," Mrs. Daniels sighed, "this is not a church. This is a business. The so-called miracles are rehearsed. Some of the people testifying are paid actors. If you want the real God, seek him in spirit and truth." Joy felt sick. She had given her last savings to a fraud. That night, she wept. "God, where are you? I wanted you, not deception." As she slept, she had a dream. She saw a huge church filled with thousands of people, but Jesus stood outside. "Lord," she asked, "why are you outside?" Jesus looked at her and said, "This place is full of thieves, not my presence." Suddenly, the church crumbled, and a small light appeared in the distance. She walked toward it and found a simple wooden chapel where people were praying sincerely, with no theatrics. Joy woke up, realizing the truth. She had been chasing miracles, not God. The next Sunday, Joy didn't return to the flashy church. Instead, she found a small fellowship where the word of God was preached with sincerity. There were no dramatic prophecies, no forced miracles, just the pure gospel. And as she grew in the word, her life truly changed, not because of money, but because of truth. She found a job, peace, and a real relationship with God. She learned a lesson she would never forget. Not every church is of God. Some are businesses in disguise. Seek the truth, and you will find freedom. Many people today are being deceived by false prophets who use the name of God for personal gain. The Bible warns us. Beware of false prophets, who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. Matthew 7 verse 15. After hearing this story, will you ever go to just any church again? Don't forget to like, comment and follow or subscribe for more realistic stories.